banana fish. Hopefully actually are good to go. We certainly are good to go. So yes, I have returned to cover volume 10 of Banana Fish. Where we left off last time, actually kind of got to a point where Ash is actually kind of being told that, well, the news outlets, everyone's been telling everyone Ash is basically dead when we kind of know Ash is alive, and H is like, whoa, what's happening here? What's going on? Why is he now dead? Because it's just one of those things. It's like, bruh, what's happening here? So I do believe, if I remember correctly, this is the point in the narrative where AG kind of takes that moment and that step into Ash's world and actually kind of gets enveloped in the whole entire world, because beforehand he's always been kind of a step outside of it. He actually never could fully get into the world. We actually understand that because of the differences in character that actually are. It's a very kind of obvious thing that they can't actually be together because they both live in different worlds. But this is probably the point of the narrative, which, if I remember, is when AG actually kind of goes into that world. So anyway, it's actually put on place to actually go live. So go live for volume 10 of Banana Fish. And with that, I believe we are good to go. Yes. We certainly are. Yes, we certainly are. So anyway, let's actually begin volume 10. To determine exact cause, but Ashlink's wounds has been described as serious, and authorities fearing further revenge killings among youth gangs following Lynx's death have announced they'll step up patrols. He died at the facility in the early hours of this morning. I don't believe it. Sir, it's me. Give me an overview of the Federal Mental Health Center facility in New Jersey. I especially want to know the names of the people associated with its oversight or its advisory board. Huh? He didn't. Do not move. See, this is the point. This is the point. Did you know you're bleeding? If Ash finds out I made you bleed, he'll probably... Shut up! Master Yalsi, stay back there. If you're coming closer, I'll kill him. Put the gun on the table down there. Do as he says. Master, I said do as he says. Everyone, step out of the room. Walk now. Push elevator button. Up or down? Of course, down. When I reach a safe place, I will let him go. Do as he says. I have an idea. What did you say? Nothing. I just explained to them what you said. Their English isn't very good, you see. And frankly, neither is yours, so I provide a translation. Sing, don't. Damn. Wait, Sing. What? We've got to go after them. After them. Master LC has a plan. He told us to do as the boy says. Huh? What? Sing, what are you doing? You're going against Master LC's orders. In case you never noticed, I don't take orders from him. And ain't no flunky in a monkey suit. Never heard of that term before, to be honest. Shit. Not that easy, man. Where are we headed? Get out. And go where? Ash is dead. You have nowhere to go. I do not believe he is dead. I do not believe this. It is true. It is a trick. A terrible trick. Huh? Let me just say one thing, AG. If in fact this is some kind of deception, and if Ash is in fact still alive, then I will still be his enemy. I came to the decision just now. I'm going to destroy him. You see, we are the positive and negative of the same photograph. We both began as helpless abused children who had to learn to kill, well, to survive. But the path we chose was strictly very, very different. Ash will find me to be a formidable enemy, certainly more so than Arthur, and perhaps even more than Golzine. Rather difficult to box your own shadow. So it's kind of very evident that they actually basically are the exact same character, but both characters are so vastly different, and in how they manage to actually kind of accomplish what they want. It's quite interesting, actually. You actually see it. I think it becomes more apparent in these volumes, like how different Lee is as a character compared to Ash. I just kind of found it really interesting because it's an evident dichotomy between the two of them. I think this is probably the point in the narrative where everything starts to come to fruition with the characters. So I'll tell you this straight out: as long as you remain Ash's only weakness, I'll come after you again. You had better do it. You had better do it, AG. For Ash's sake, kill me. What's the matter? He wouldn't hesitate. You can't do it. No, I see you can't. Even for Ash, you're unable to dirty your own hands. You're just standing. I cannot shoot. You have no weapon. No weapon now? But did I just tell you I was going to be Ash's enemy? How many men has Ash killed to protect you, child? How many of his own blood has he spilled? I see the way of it. You simply accept those services he provides you as if it were no more than you deserved. But poor Trigger wants for him. No, that won't do. That is wrong. Oh really? How? Well, it's certainly not right, AG. In fact, it's completely unfair. Why you anyway? You cannot understand. Someone like you will never understand. And that's the thing. That's the catalyst. I got a question. He was wide open. You had a million chances to grab the gun. I'd like to be left alone if you don't mind. I ain't asked my question yet. So, do you want to die so badly? You were serious just now. You weren't just trying to mess with him. You wanted him to. Didn't you hear me? Leave me alone. They said on the news that Ash died. That true? Huh? What do you think? I've got no idea, but I thought you might know something. I regret to say that clairvoyance is not among my powers, Sing. Now, will you just leave? Poor thing. Poor boy. Alright. Easy to say, hard to do. There he is, Mr. Golzine. On the same day you returned to America, the latest issue of the Newsweek is carrying a report that alleges a large-scale evasion of corporate and income tax alleges large-scale evasion of corporate and income taxes by both your M&C Corporation and you personally. Do you have any comment on these allegations? This is an NBC News, Mr. Golzine. Is it true that an IRS investigation on your accounts is underway? Mr. Golzine has no comment. Mr. Golzine, are the allegations true or false? I said no comment. Monsieur Golzine, it's been a while since we had dinner last. Did you know that I'm writing for Newsweek now? Hugh. That's right. I'd like to request a formal interview. I'd like you to go on record regarding the death of a young man named Ash Lynx. I don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me. Hey, Mr. Golzine, just one moment of your time. Load up the gear. We'll catch him at his house. What do you mean? They reported just now. He asked me about Ash's death. None of my people reported him killed while I was overseas. Find out immediately if it's true. Senator Kippard, if you think you can do just as you please, I will show you how badly you are mistaken. So to keep you waiting. Well, I'm sorry for the trouble. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Though I must say, we never had so many damn it! Observers before. There we go. Observers. My. Hey, Doctor. May the force be with you. Yeah, who says the cops in New York City are slack? NYPD sending a whole squad down to New Jersey just to witness an inquest on a street punk. Can't leave the job to Uncle Sam, huh? Or I don't know, maybe you all just got nothing better to do. We're very grateful to you for consenting to let us attend. You're welcome. The poor kid, though, huh? I felt kind of bad about it. Though I can't say that in truth he'd had been better off alive. I'll have to ask you to watch through the window there. Authorized personnel only inside. I can't believe I count as authorized personnel. I'm Ash's attorney, and I think that was also in the agreement. Oh, I guess it's alright. George Scott, huh? Didn't think you looked DA. I got to warn you though, this kind of discovery can get messy. We ready to start? Okay. Huh? That's him, right? Yes. It is an 18-year-old Caucasian male showing indications of general good health prior to death. The boy has been photographed and weighed. Hair blonde, eyes green, papillary diameter 3.5 millimeters, both right and left, all teeth intact. A stab wound visible in the left lateral abdominal region, gunshot wound observed on the upper right shoulder, edema noted on the face and extremities. This concludes examination of the body surface. We now commence the pathological autopsy. Let's start with the head. No, leave it. Let's begin with the thoracic cavity. Scalpel. Here. Striker saw. Call me strange, Chuck, but I love the sound these ribs always make. Okay, man, you're strange. Counsel for the defense is looking kind of green. If you excuse me. Hey, you asked for it. They haven't even taken out his organs yet. Then you want to discover the cause of death? I'll wait for the report. I've seen enough. Oh, come on. You see worse stuff just watching Scarface. You okay, George? It was Ash. It was definitely him. This is how he ended up. Let's go, Max. We've seen the body. I know how you feel, but we had to come down here. Well, I feel a lot better than that we did. Now I know for sure Ash is alive. What? How are you talking about? You saw him yourself. That wasn't Ash. I could tell. I've been through a lot with that kid. He's like a son to me. I never mistake any other human for Ash Lynx. Let me tell you this. If AG were here, he wouldn't have recognized him either. All right, Max. But we were shown a corpse, and George has ID'd it. I saw up close. I'm sorry, Max, but I'm telling you, it was Ash. You're wrong. You saw someone else. They took a body out of the same age and build, gave it a makeover, and punched some appropriate holes in it. Why do you think they kept Inspector Jenkins and Charlie at the window so they couldn't examine the body up close? They know what face paint, hair dye, and post-mortem trauma looks like. George, they wanted you in there so you would see what you saw, so you would just want to run away from those scum as soon as possible. They could fool because, unlike a homicide detective, you don't spend your normal working week around dead people. Let's say you're right. Why all of this then? I don't know the reason, of course, but it would only appear that for the time being they prefer to keep Ash alive somewhere. Meanwhile, they hope to close the case on him with this cute little horror show. Get a dead man to tell a tale. But if he is alive, and I'm not saying I think he is, then where the hell is he? I don't know that either. It's kind of nice when Max actually kind of says that Ash is his son, because he kind of is basically. It's really nice. Like I always kind of appreciate their relationship in a way, because it's actually very father and son, but they're not actually father and son. It kind of is the character. He's kind of is the model of character that Ash needed his whole entire life but never actually had. And it's kind of it's heartbreaking that Ash found him before he actually kind of perished in the end, but at least he actually didn't fully find him. What's a Mannerheim? The preparations are complete. Alright, I'm coming. Yo, Doc. I see the audience just departed. Man, who'd you get to spiff up the stiff? That was some Hollywood quality, man. Think that dude could do something to fix you? Hey, I live this look, buddy. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I've got an important experiment to attend to. So if you excuse me. No, if you excuse me, Doc. You see, the senator asked us to sort things just the way you wanted, and, we've been we've both been busting our asses just to do that. We don't know what your experiments are about. Well, that's cool, but we will be sitting in on each and every one of them, standing to expect a full report, you see. Alright, suit yourselves. However, I will brook no interference in the procedures. I hope that is clear. Doctor, are we ready to go? Yes, sir, we are. How are you feeling today, Ash? Her Christmas tree. Well, I'm sorry about hooking up these electroids. Ash, but if you just bear with me for a bit, your cooperation here will be most helpful. And what do you plan to do? Nothing to worry about, Ash. I just want a few simple tests. All I want you to do is answer some questions. There will be no pain involved, alright? This is a light pen for each question. Then possible answers are listed as a set of barcodes. Run the pen across the answers you choose. I should warn you that I will know if you point to the wrong answer deliberately, or otherwise try to deceive me with your responses. There's a benefit of electroencephalogram? Hologram? I guess. We will simply start all over again. The most efficient course therefore will be for you to simply be honest for the first time. Let me guess, you're also being honest. We should both always want to work to the best of our abilities, Ash. The question will appear on the screen. Let's go. Those two. BAS test level 1. There will be 50 questions in all. You will have 10 seconds to answer each question. The test will now begin. Question 1. If the solid at the right were made from one piece of paper, what would it look like when opened up and laid flat? Choose one of the figures below. Question 2. Choose a formula equivalent to the series at right from. 21. The figure at the right rotated 180 degrees to the solid A. If this is intersected by plane B, the resulting plane would be shaped like. 22. If figure CDGHE obtained by bisecting figure CDEF with line AB were rotated 360 degrees. What's with that SAT, Doc? You hoping to send a boy to college? The human brain remains yet a vast, uncharted territory. Yeah, but why experiment on him? Lots of ways to get a guinea pig. You're telling us it's worth the trouble to get that kid a dead ringer? Of course it was. This young man and this young man specifically may prove to be an invaluable key in solving a certain conundrum that has been plaguing this project. It's nice to see such a booster at work. But the way I understand it, the people up top would rather he was safely hooked up to a bunch of worms. Killing him is easy. All it takes is an injection. But if he's going to die anyway, well then better he's of some use to us first. This is the end of BAS test level 1. There will be a 5-minute interval before beginning level 2. What? Give me a fucking break. How long am I supposed to sit here doing this? Doctor, his score level 1 was 100%. Well now. Good, proceed to level 2 after rest interval. Impressive. BS test level 2 there will be. Truly impressive, young man. Dr. Mannerheim. The way we understand it, Senator Kippard arranged for a killer to be hired while Ash was in hospital. After the attempt failed, Kippard cleared Ash's transfer to federal custody, and hence to a secure medical facility. Then they announced his death, hoping to close the media trail. Politicians, hired killers indeed. Fatuous? As if a hitman could ever get the better of Ash. Why? I trained him myself. We're on this together, in it deeply. Kippard will do well to remember that. His average score on BAS levels is through 5 was 1 through 5 it was 98.7%. A GCA equivalent is an IQ of 200 plus on the Stanford Bennett. Our files had him at only 180. Well, there is nothing like new data. Marvelous indeed. Ideal. I'm sorry to disturb you. Are you tired? What do you think? I think that you have one of the finest brains I ever studied. In person or in literature. So do I win something? Yes, knowledge. Come with me. There is something I'd like to show you. It's just regulations, I'm afraid. Hospital regulations require the infirm to be handcuffed. If only AMA knew, I'm sure they'd issue a strongly worded statement. I'm sorry, I admit it's really more for my benefit than yours. Aren't there any other patients here? Of course there are. Why do you ask? Haven't seen a single one, just staff. Come to think of it, never says either. It's a special facility for special patients like yourself, Ash. I'm afraid there's not even a gift shop. Huh? Sorry about that. Are you alright, sir? Just got a little dizzy. Well, I suppose that battery test was very tiring. If you aren't feeling well, we could do this tomorrow, you know. You're very kind. It's actually kind of creepy. I told you, Ash, you're a special case. Just as I thought, the floors are soundproof. Why add the little detail to the construction? Wherever we are, this is no hospital. Sound. Wait a minute. Griffin always. He was hypersensitive to sounds, but that couldn't mean. Hello, Adam. How are we today? Hello, Dr. Mannerheim. What a nice day it is. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, and I'm glad to see you looking so well. Yes, thank you very much. Adam, this is one of our fellow patients. His name is Ash. Hello, Ash. How are you doing? Fine. See, now you met a patient. Is he getting better? You sound like a tape recorder being turned on and off. Adam is a violent criminal from the Midwest. His record includes six known incidences of assault. However, it was his rape and murder of 3 sisters of the congregation of the humility of Mary that led to him being remanded to this particular institution. There we go. What? One would never guess, you'd say. Here you are, Ash. More of those fellow patients you so wanted to meet. This is what you might call our recreation room. It's for patients who have responded remarkably well to the treatment, or for those whose symptoms were mild to begin with. It serves simultaneously as a rehabilitation center. You cut that guy's head open? That patient was sent here with a brain disorder that caused him to exhibit extremely violent behavior. We carried out the appropriate treatment for his condition, with favorable results. Did Adam receive the same treatment? No, he did not. Step in here, Ash. Interesting, though. These specimens are all parts of the human brain. The human brain has an exceedingly complex structure. It's a truly marvelous system. Moreover, we have only just begun to shed light on how it works. Well, to answer your question about Adam, he was treated with a certain drug. You know it quite well on a designation of banana fish, a nonsensical code name, but typical from the kind of hippies you found dominating federal biochemical warfare programs in the early 70s. Here we refer to it simply as B1, rather more clinical. Now you understand, don't you? Support for this facility is proved in part by the generous financial assistance of the MAC Corporation, more simply the union course. Naturally, we also have the sponsorship of, well, I'm sure I need not to spell it out to you in detail. The patients here are all criminally insane. You're using criminals as lab rats? I do not approve of your terminology, Ash, but yes, they are cooperating with our research here. Cooperating? Like hell they are. Are you delusional? You're carrying out human experiments. Young man, it is not all uncommon for prisoners to volunteer to take part in specific trials in exchange for a reduced sentence. Being mentally incompetent, these particular patients were unable to give consent, but does that mean we should forbear therapy that might help them? Why, the German scientists who took us to the moon conducted their groundbreaking wartime research using V2 rockets built by forced labor. Yet our engineers did not hesitate to use such knowledge. Why then should medicine flinch from what the Nazi doctors learned in the camps? It's kind of messed up when you think about it. I can't remember them when it went into so much detail in the actual anime, because this is episode 14, I believe, or 15, one of the two. Dr. Mannerheim, yes, you're a goddamn lunatic. You're not apprentice under Mengele by any chance, did you? I respect you for your intelligence. I shall choose to forget that the insulting remark. Mengele? Now, to return to a discussion, B1 is a compound of unprecedented potential. True, predictive mind control is after all a dream that has so far eluded medical science. However, the substance possesses unwanted side effects. Following a great many experimental failures, we have, however, finally succeeded in eliminating the element of violence. Adam, precisely. I want to let you know that our breakthrough was in a large part made possible through data gleaned from a friend of yours. This particular brain, this one right here, we exercised from the skull of a certain Chinese-American youth. You... Shorter? You're saying this is Shorter Wong? Yes, I believe that was the name. We were able to obtain a great deal of valuable information analysing it, not only the effects of B1 on the brain itself, of course, but particularly its path of transmission, something that had only been a bit of a mystery. You understand, we would have preferred to observe him alive. Abraham Dawson was a fearful, clumsy man, and a third-rate scientist. All he ever had was a moment of serendipity. The rest has been left to men like me. You son of a bitch! I'll kill you! I'll burn his butcher shop down to the ground! So you must calm down. Get off of me! You assholes go along with all of this? You're just as dead as that bastard. Just let me go! Is that all you have to say? Well, that's the talk of a barbarian, killing and burning. It is indeed ironic that such an extraordinary brain should there find in its house. The pearls of the crib of a cherubim cast in the slopes of limbic swine. Damn, that's a lot of us that actually don't know. That's a lot of us that actually don't have no idea what they mean. I guess I just don't have the education to appreciate your work. But don't be quite so proud of it, Dr. Mannerheim. First of all, I've killed far more men than you. Have you ever heard the barbarians scalp their corpses, cut them up, boast about their trophies? Come now, you're really getting over emotional, Ash. It's not that I don't entirely understand your feelings. Oh, that's right. It had slipped my mind, but this is a good time as any. I'd like you to meet someone. Jesus, now what? Who the hell is it? I think you already know him. Huh? Professor Dawson? Has he been here all this time? Why, yes. I don't believe he's seen Alex since the death of Shorter. Yes, that I should say somewhat smarter brother of the illustrious Abraham. How are you doing, Professor? I'm okay, thank you. You see, the present state of Dr. Alexis Dawson, formerly one of the nation's premium authorities in the field of cancer research, even then, Ash, his IQ did not begin to approach yours, and at present his relative intelligence has declined to that of a 5-year-old. You gave him... Yes, we did give the Professor B1 numerous times. He refused to cooperate with us. I believe the results would have turned out better had he had a positive attitude toward the experiment. I spoke earlier of the side effects that remain with B1. One of them is that the administration of repeated doses resulting in dramatic decline in intelligence. But again, by carefully studying the brain of your friend, the Chinese fellow, we have begun to comprehend the causative neurochemistry at work. As a result, we are able to limit this decline to absolute minimum. Adam is a good example of this. He has the mental age of the average 14-year-old. You see, he was never that bright to begin with. For reasons we don't yet entirely understand, the higher the initial IQ of the subject, the lower the final IQ afterwards. As long as that remains so, our work here will be incomplete. Controlling the mind of mere thugs is no great achievement. That has never been our goal here. But imagine we are able to put in in. But imagine we are able to put in harness visionaries, investors, yes, all the great thinkers of our age. Your friend helped us, Ash. Your friend helped us, Ash, and now you will help us. It's not every day, after all, that we obtain a lab rat with an IQ of 200 plus. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Let go of me. Prepare surgery. Yes, sir. You are about to undergo operation whereby you will cease to be yourself. Your cranium will be carefully removed, and miniature electrodes will be implanted in every part of your cerebral tissue, and the bony plates of your skull will be replaced with a molded plastic container with ports for oxygen, nutrients, and most importantly, data. In this new durable casing, we will be able to make our most accurate studies yet on the effects of B1 on a living brain. Your identity, Ash Lynx, will be lost in this process. It is true. But now, before you sleep, think of the future of the new being and its limitless potential. For when you next come to your senses, you'll be a thing very different from what you are now. Prepare him. Oh, my nose is really itchy today as well. Actually, my nose is really bad today. What part of the city is this? I have no idea where I'm going anyway. Ash is dead. You have nowhere to go. Oh, someone looked like he didn't feel good. Poor baby. Hey, I want us to take you home to mummy, kid. What's the matter? You speak a little bit English? I said, well, take you home, you understand? No, thank you, I'm alright, really, so. Where are you from anyway? Hey, we're just trying to be nice, kid. You look like you needed some help. Come with us. No, stop. Shut up, kid, or we'll hurt you. Ah! Hey, don't curse like some grateful bastard. Don't you know I just knocked a little sense into your head? Punk ass, I'm gonna hold it, man. That's Sing So Ling. Him? Yeah, fool him. Kid who runs Chinatown. The Chinese boss? Now that Shorter's gone. You know who I am now, Scram. Unless you want me to inflict some real damage. That's him. Hey. Prepare for operation. Yes, sir. Do you have a supplementary anesthetic already? Yes, we do. In fact, we just gave him an additional 2 grams of pentothal. Be very careful with the anesthesia. If he dies, the entire project will be jeopardized. Please, sir, you can't. That's the operating room. The doctor is performing. The doctor's performing, sir. What kind of surgery? I have not been informed of this. Nothing will take place without my consent. Do you understand? Mr. Goldzine, Dr. Mannerheim, I demand a full explanation. When did you return? I was under the impression that I had lost my position in the organization. No, not that at all. I repeat my question. What is the meaning of this? Well, this operation is absolutely necessary to perfect B1. If we can stem the decrease in intelligence and exercise junior mind control, this is absurd. How can you say that? If realized, this will be the most potent strategic weapon But why use Ash as your guinea pig? The facility is full of expendable subjects. Forbid the use of this boy for experimentation. What the hell's going on here, bro? Well, Mr. Goldzine, what brings you back in such a hurry? Who are you? Senator Kippard asked us to help out with this project. We belong to a little outfit called the Central Intelligence Agency. I see, so Kippard got friends in the CIA. Nevertheless, you have no place in this discussion. I remain the director of this facility. Everything that takes place here does so under my authority. Not quite, Mr. Goldzine. The Union Court has informed us, though, through Kippard, that you will formally be removed from your responsibilities. You are no longer a position of power, sir. From what we understand, your replacement will be Baron Isaac Zakharov? Consequently, you're being divested of all authority with regard to this project as well. This project is my brainchild. Face it, girls, and the B1 project is bigger than you are now. There's no turning back. We won't allow any complications at this stage in the game. As for you, Papa, why does you practically killed off your organization and you're under investigation for tax evasion? I'd say it's time for you to step down. Operation is off. Get him out of here. Why? We're already about to begin. I don't see why we can't continue this plan now that. Look here, Dr. Mannheim. We can't have you carrying out unauthorized experiments. Now that Mr. Goldzan has been removed from his duties here, Kippard's in charge of the facility. You want to do this? Get his okay first. So that's how it stands, gentlemen. How long? Huh? How long until the anesthesia wears off? Oh, that shouldn't be more than a few hours. And I shall wait. I have business with him, but. Don't worry, Mannheim, I had no intention of harming your precious guinea pig. I simply want to scold him a little for an old betrayal. Ugh. Well, look at you. After all that strutting, swaggering bravado, what a sorry sight. Your tongue still feeling the effects of the pentothal? Mannheim can't wait to get his hands on you. He's just itching to carve you up. If you stay here, it will happen soon enough. Pathetic. You're worth nothing like this. You might as well be chopped to pieces. Ah, did that rankle? I see you still have enough spirit to glare at me. Use that to survive. Live through this and get yourself out, and then I'll hunt you down if I have to chase you to the ends of the earth. Don't ever think you can get away from me. You ever thought about death? The frozen carcass of a leopard near the top of Kilimanjaro. When I think about my own death, I try to picture that leopard. But human beings are not leopards. They can change their fate. And you are a human being, so where are you going, Ash? Ash, ugh, bandages. But who could have? You up yet? We meet again. Don't look at me like that. Relax. Yelsi doesn't know about this setup, and I ain't gonna tell him. Who are you? Why did you help me? I'm Sing So Ling, leader of the pack down in Chinatown. Chinatown? And you're after. Then you're a friend of Shorter's. You know Shorter? You too, huh? Yeah. Just zip your lip like the rest of them. Soon as I mention Shorter, everyone just clams up. You, Yalsi, Ash too. What the hell happened, man? Did Ash really kill Shorter? You do know something about that, so tell me. I've got to know the truth. What will you do if you know the truth? Nothing. What the hell can I do? Ain't nothing to do now that Ash is dead. No, Ash is not dead. So you think so too, huh? Huh? Ash was way too strong to roll over and die, is what I think. There's something going on behind that story. You work for Yalsi? Who, me? Like hell, it's true he saved my life once, but that don't mean I run around and kissing his ass. The only boss I got is Shorter and he's dead. You will fight with Ash? What choice do I got? When a group's boss goes down, it's in anything other than a straight up fight. The new boss settles the score. That's his first order of business. A traitor pays for his crime with his own blood. Plus Shorter and Ash were friends. Ash killed his own friend. He had no choice. It was my fault. It was all my fault. Hey Max, the Federal Mental Health Center smells like a rat. What did you find? Check this out. The place was established with the government and private investors going 50-50. It's managed by the M&C Corporation, aka the Union Course, and Kippard's on the list of private investors. Established in 1985 with the purpose of providing treatment and rehabilitation for criminals suffering from psychiatric disorders. Supporting organizations: the National Mental Health Association, Prison Warden Association, American Psychiatric Association, the Human Rights League. Wow, very impressive. It's making me blush. See? The place sounds fishy. I'd say it's very possible that Ash Lynx wasn't taken anywhere. Good chance he's still inside that place. You might be right, which raises the question, how the hell do we get in there? I think I have the answer to that one. The Federal Mental Health Center conducts a tour of its facilities once a month for medical organizations and media representatives. This month's tour is just happens to be on Monday, day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, huh? I'm going. Me too. Shinichi. Please, Max. I think I'll go crazy if I don't do something. That kid you brought along from Japan, he hasn't turned up yet. No. You gotta stay here, Steve. What? You're kidding me? No way. You only get to come if you haven't heard from us in 24 hours. Hey, we don't want to die like dogs in there. Come on. Okay, guess I'll play back up then. Well, we'll need to know the layout of the place. Leave that to me. I've got a friend in the building division down at City Hall. It's a public facility, so they've got to have the blueprints and file. I will need a miniature camera too. It's me. We discovered the whereabouts of Eiji Komura. He's with Sing So Ling. Really? And we've heard from the people watching the Federal Mental Health Center. Dino Golzine visited yesterday. Golzine? We didn't know the purpose of his visit, but they say his demeanor was quite menacing. What are your instructions? Tell them to continue with their surveillance operations, and let me know immediately about anything. Also, keep a close watch on Sing and Eiji. Sing So Ling, he's a troublesome one. Always wants to stick his nose into everything. Yes, it's me. Get the data on the Federal Mental Health Center. I want everything from the list of investors to the names of leading personnel. Give me all of the information you can get your hands on. Understand? Time for lunch. Oh, guess you ain't had your breakfast yet. You on a hunger strike or something? Well, if you're hoping that'll make me postpone your operation, forget it. All they've got to do to make sure you get the calories you need is give you one nutrition-filled injection. You're starving yourself for nothing, man. When's the operation? Beats me. Why you need to know anyhow? You know. That stuff about your final hours and all that, don't want to piss him away. Well, relax. One thing I know for sure, it ain't tomorrow. How come? 'Cause tomorrow is our monthly visitor day. That's why. Dr. Mannerheim's gonna be busy taking all the big shots around. Really? Don't go get any ideas, kid. This place has got a state-of-the-art security system. I'm talking fortified. Ain't no different from a maximum security prison, since all the patients are violent criminals. So don't even think about it. You ain't got a chance in hell of getting out of here. A state-of-the-art security system, but it's operated by human beings, correct? Sir, Baron Zakharov has arrived. Fine, show him in. Baron Zakharov, I've been awaiting you. How was your journey? The air here is terrible. Perhaps, but this is considered the finest residential area in New York. What would Americans know about such things? So how is the project coming along? There's no cause for concern. It's processing so satisfactorily that we expect it to be able to implement it next year. A drug that can be used to control human beings at will. I would like very much to see it with my own eyes. Allow me to take you to the laboratory tomorrow then. Your timing is extremely fortunate. The facility gives a monthly visitors tour, which will be taking place tomorrow. All the leading staff should be present. Visitors tour, is that really wise? You need not worry. The tour is restricted to innocuous areas, and regardless of what we're actually pursuing there, the nature of this facility makes it difficult to refuse permission if tours are requested. Being too secretive can backfire by arousing greater interest in the show of openness. Without you, this project would never have been realized, and the fact that our organization has gained so much influence within the US government is also entirely your doing. Yet, for all your power, what a silly mistake it was that led to your downfall. Indeed. But be as it may, it will take me some time to fully grasp of my responsibilities over here. I expect to rely on you for advice until I can take over completely. I am pleased to be of assistance in any way. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Mannerheim, medical supervisor of this facility. This centre was established in 1985 with the aim of providing treatment and rehabilitation for mentally disturbed criminal offenders. Although it is a fact that Although it is a fact that the crime rate in this country has become alarmingly high in recent years, it's also true that 30% of crimes are committed by people with psychological disorders, many of them related to drug abuse. For these people, and for society at large, this reality is doubly unfortunate. Can't say the word then. Doubly. He's got his spiel down pat. Dr. Mannerheim, was it? The doctor got his own position on the recommendation of Papa Dino Golzine. I don't like him. Here at this facility, we are carrying out an original program of behavioral therapy tailored to the individual needs of each patient, with a very high rate of effectiveness. If our treatment approach becomes more generally practiced, it would be no exaggeration to say we may look forward to the day that mental wards in our prisons will be a thing of the past. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the tour. You'd later be given the opportunity to sample our hospital meals, which we are quite proud, a true gourmet experience. Who is that brown-haired man? The one with the Oriental companion? I believe they're a reporter and photographer from Newsweek magazine. Keep an eye on those two. Got it. Hi there. How are you doing today? How's that tough, I bet? It must be so exhausting watching those cameras all the time. Guess what? They used to call me the Edith Piaf of 42nd Street, and... Huh? I've got a little treat for you. It's showtime, folks. A sweet and yummy candy bar. I'll melt in your mouth. La-di-da. Eat me up, won't you? Eat me up, you won't regret it. I taste so good you won't forget it. Lick me, suck me, gobble me up. Oh, I'm getting so turned on. It's been such a long time. Jesus, what's gone into the kid? You think solitary confinement made him kooky or something? I'm the sweet and yummy candy bar. Ha! Hey, what happened? He threw the sheet over the camera. Goddamn little punk. Want me to go too? And now I can take care of this alone easy. Goddamn little. He's really asking for it. Oh, my eyes are getting really dry. Sorry, man, my eyes are getting a bit dry. Whew, there we are. That's better. What if my body can take it? I don't know how much strength do I have left. Feeble, pathetic. You're worth nothing like this. Did that rankle? Still have enough spirit to glare at me, do you? Don't use it to survive. I'll do that. Just wait. I get myself out of here no matter what. Showtime's over, boy. Did you bring me a candy bar? Candy bar? What are you talking about? Don't screw around with me. I'm a busy man. Do you want to get hurt, huh? I don't like it when it hurts. Gee, what a letdown. I thought you bought me a candy bar. That's what I like, sweet and yummy candy bars. You're all popular down in Times Square. Uh-huh. They really love me down there. Said I had a velvet tongue, if you know what I mean. Wanna check out for yourself? No one can see us, you know. Come on, how about it? I can send you to heaven in just 5 minutes. Hey, Billy, you hear me? Bill? Yeah, I hear you. What's going on? I just want to know, buddy. What's the deal, man? You get the kid under control or what? You need help? I'll head on over there. There we go. No, I'm fine. Everything's under control. Since I'm over here anyway, I might as well do the rounds and check on the others. Back in a while, over and out. Hey, Bill. So I guess you have some time. Be a pity to pass up your offer. Wouldn't want to hurt your feelings, but this stays aimed straight at your head, don't forget it. Try anything funny and you'll... I know, don't worry. Come on and move a little closer. Don't tell me a candy bar is so big it'll reach me from over there. Huh? Alright, boy. Let's see if that velvet tongue lives up to advanced billing. Sure. What pleasure, Baron Zach... Oop. What pleasure, Baron Zakharov. Pardon the sudden visit, Dr. Mannerheim. I was so anxious to observe the fruits of your research that I rushed over as soon as possible. Well, this is quite an honor indeed. It's a very impressive facility. Yes, we are truly fortunate. I really couldn't ask for a finer laboratory. This is all, of course, thanks to your organization. Thus equipped, we scientists are able to devote ourselves completely to our research. Good. The organization has the highest expectations with regard to the present project. Doctor, yes. Who are these people? Ah, our visitors. They are here for a monthly tour of the facility. Is something the matter? No, nothing at all, Baron. See, I said I'd send you to heaven in 5 minutes. There we go. Hey, Bill. Bill, can you hear me? For Christ's sake, what the hell's he doing? And I tell you, the girl was hot to trot. You know how redheads are. Whew, she was dynamite. Sheesh, man, how come you get all the luck? Because I'm irresistible. That's why. Look, I'm sorry, dude, but I saw her first. First come, first serve, right? What is it? Infrared detectors sense something. You think a lab rat might have got loose? Where is it? A shaft on the 14th floor of the north wing. What? Damn it! That's by that kid's room. This must be where they store their equipment. This I can use. You couldn't have gotten very far. Let's find him. Turn off the 7th elevator. We're going over every inch of that shaft. Guess they noticed. What? Escaped? But how on earth? I'm sorry, sir. One of the guards was found dead in his room. His gun and an ID card are missing. I don't believe this. Incompetence. Find him. You find him no matter what. You cannot allow him to get away. You find him and catch him before our visitors notice. Understand? But make sure you get him alive. Use a tranquilizer gun. You got that? What's the matter? There's been a slight mishap, you might say. A mishap? And what would it be? Well, why don't you tell the Baron the truth, Doctor? He is, after all, the executive director of this facility. Yes, well, an inmate here, a youth we hope to experiment on, has escaped. A youth? So it's just a child. Well, no, Baron, he's no ordinary child. We're talking about a dangerous criminal who has murdered a dozen or more people, and a genius with an IQ of over 100, IQ over 200 to boot. So, he is nevertheless a child, isn't he? This could hardly be a matter of such concentration. Just apprehend him quickly before our visitors realise what is happening. Yes, sir. That's right. Go ahead and underestimate him. You have no idea. I found him. I made him what he is. That child is the only truly diabolical creature in this world. You are no match for him, Zakharev. Not even close. Strength and intellect, nerve of steel, matchless grace and beauty. He has it all. He was to be a prince of darkness. That's what I groomed him for. Ash is my creation. The right to decide if he lives or dies belongs to me alone. Any luck? No, he ain't in Block B. So where the hell is he hiding? Security. Hey, did you hear me? Still off Block C. You guys go over Block A one more time. We're looking for him in Block C. Don't forget to check the shafts. Gotcha. Access their main computer and pull out the blueprints of this place. Come on, hurry up. Okay, here's a list of inmates. Scroll down to D. Come on. Bingo, room 408. Huh? Hey. Found him, over here. Freeze, little punk. Ah! What's this? Some kind of emergency? Turn it off. Turn off the alarm this instant. What on earth do you think you're doing? This wasn't us. The kid managed to get into the control station. The alarm went off automatically when he destroyed the glass panel. I don't want to hear your excuses. Just turn it off immediately. Or do you want to broadcast to our visitors that we have a problem here? Hey, the siren just stopped. Wonder what happened. A fire? If you excuse me, everybody, I'm going to find out what that was all about. Please stay right here. Now's our chance, Shinichi. Here we are. Let's see. We're right here. So where do we go first? What's this building on the north side? Don't know. All it says here is lab. Let's go check it out. Yeah. Find him? No. Damn it. Back to the control station. Let's start over from there. Boneheads. 408. 408. Professor Alexis Dawson. You're coming with me, Doc. You're living proof. What? You lost him? Yes, sir. Very, very sorry, sir. But he's definitely still inside the facility somewhere, so it's just a matter of time before we catch. So what are you doing here? Make lame excuses to me is not the wisest way of spending your time right now. Yes, sir. I don't believe this. It's gentlemen, your attention please. We're very sorry to have caused your anxiety that alarm you heard That alarm you heard was triggered by a small fire in the kitchen, which has been brought under control. However, we will have to cancel the remainder of this tour while we investigate the cause. What? I came all the way from DC for this? Could you explain what safety measures you have in place to prevent such incidences? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I can't comment until we look further into this matter. I'll be taking you to your bus. Ladies and gentlemen, this way, please. Damn, I need to file a report on this place. Now what? Come again next month. Dr. Mannheim. Yes, sir, just as you said. They're on their way to the bus now. No cause for concern, sir. Nobody noticed anything. Dr. Mannheim. Excuse me for one moment, sir. What is it? 2 of your visitors are missing. The 2 from Newsweek, they're gone. What? What? The 2 men from Newsweek? I thought I told you to keep an eye on those 2. I don't care, just find them. Make sure you catch them before they see anything. On top of everything else, this is the last thing I needed. What is it now, Doctor? Well, I just heard that two other visitors are missing. They're from the media. I told my people to watch them carefully, but having a state-of-the-art security system is worth nothing if you don't know how to use it. Is what you wanted to say, Doctor. I'm terribly sorry about this. But I am a scientist. That is, this sort of occurrence is not quite my... If you could give me some advice, Monsieur. You seem to be labouring under misunderstanding Dr. Mannheim. I'm no longer the executive director of the facility. As such, I believe that I am the wrong person to be asking for guidance. Fine, I shall take the lead. Take me to your security center if you would, Dr. Mannheim. Is what you wish correct? Do you know Francis Golzine? I am much obliged. This is a game of a labyrinth. There are 3 mice in the maze. If they manage to reach the exit, they win. If you manage to trap them inside, you win. But one of the 3 is no ordinary mouse. Let's see what you're made of, Baron Isaac Zakharov. Okay, let's move it. Hey, help somebody! Help somebody! There's 2 patients trying to get away. Damn! Come on, Doc, run! Find them, escapees. Found them. The escapees are in North Wing, 14th floor, Block C. I repeat, North Wing, 14th floor, Block C. There's 2 of them. 2 of them? I thought it was just a youth. So did I. Well, anyway, close off Block C, and send more guards there immediately. 2 escapees. What is the meaning of this? There must be some mistake. Perhaps the two are Newsweek reporters. Maybe he arranged them to. What are you saying? What are you saying? They're in league? No, I was just, and anyway, it is impossible. He had no opportunity to contact anyone from the outside. Regardless, we cannot permit them to leave the facility. If you don't catch them alive, kill them. Jesus, stay back. Back. Shutter's coming down anyway. Let's go, Doc. Damn it, security, they escaped to Block D. We go after them. Unseal Block C. Repeat, unseal Block C. Guess they noticed we went AWOL. There's emergency stairs over there. We're fine. We'll have to use those to get upstairs. Damn, wish I'd gone jogging a little more. Man, he's heavy for an old geezer. Huh? Security stopped the 14th elevator right away. The escapees seem to be inside and seal off the blocks around the elevator. Roger. We're locking the elevator. We're locking the elevator 12th floor. The mice have been trapped. Damn. Everyone knows you can't trap Ash. It's impossible. Damn, they sealed off the floor. Sorry, Doc. It's just take a minute. Elevator start at floor number 12. Get the guys who's downstairs up there now. Roger. Crap, someone's coming down. And up too. Guess it's over here then. Damn it, they got away, but how? This emergency stairs? They couldn't have gotten down to the 11th floor before we reached it coming up. Come on, we're checking the staircase. I guess that rules out the stairs for us. So how do we get further up then? How about the elevator there? I think they're all gone. That's fun. It doesn't move. Damn it! Still there for Christ's sake. No good. It seems to be locked. Here, hand me the interphone. We've found the missing visitors. I need you to unlock this elevator so we can go after them. See? Good thinking, Max. I love Max so much. He's so great. Freeze. Hands behind your heads now. Both of you are out of the elevator. Move toward the wall, nice and slow. Max! What the hell? Watch it! Just keep still, Doc. I'm going to pull you up now. What's up? The 40th elevator just came to emergency stop. Something's going on there. Ouch! Snoochie, give me a hand with these doors. We've got to get out of here. The coast is clear. Let's go. Where is it right now? Up on the 15th floor. Bring it up to the 20th floor so we can check it out. We're almost there. Give me your other hand. Huh? Ugh! He's alive. Call the medics. But first, call the security center. Ugh! Hold on real tight now, Doc. Now, just hold real still. Ugh. Hang on. Almost there. Ugh. Ugh. And there we go. That is volume 10 of Banana Fish. My nose is very itchy, sorry. My nose is very itchy today. So yeah, I mean, the biggest takeaway from this whole entire volume is the progression of characters from an outside perspective. In essence, we observe AG, for example. AG's kind of got the obvious development as a character. This is the kind of the catalyst for his character in a way. His volume is the point in which you can understand that he wants to be a part of Ash as well. He doesn't want to be on the outside anymore. He wants to be proved that he's useful to him. He doesn't want to be that Achilles heel that he's always been this whole entire time, or he's believed himself to be. We understand he isn't, but he's believed himself to be like that. So it's one of those things that it's actually quite interesting to see that he is blooding his hands with the gun, holding it at Lee. I also like how Lee is attempting to understand Ash's character, but failing to understand his own character in the process. Because I think that's actually his downfall, is that he projects himself to be like Ash, which actually is evidently true. He's very much like Ash's character, but the fundamental difference between him and Ash is that Ash understands where he is and where he was. He's using that to actually kind of advance his own character. In a way, Lee's kind of still stuck at the exact same point. He's evidently done a lot to actually kind of to distance himself from where he was originally, but at the same time, if you look at both characters, one's embraced the past, actually kind of now using that past to kind of progress towards the future, while one is still kind of evidently stuck. And I guess that's why AG kind of says you don't understand and you never will, because it's true. You never will understand because he actually isn't the same character. He's not the same kind of breed of character Ash is. Ash has a will that is unmatched by any other character in anime and manga. He's just character that will never give up, even when the goings get tough. Even when he's on the elevator, for God's sake, he just doesn't give up. It's one of those things that I like how the manga doesn't really explore that whole entire concept, the idea of how these characters are vastly the same, but also then vastly different at the exact same time. There's not one character in the manga that is exactly the same as the other person, because there's always an opposite to them. And that's the thing I actually kind of like. The same thing goes with Sing's character. Sing's character lives in the shadow of Shorter. It's evidently evidently it's evidently true that you actually can see certain things that as time goes on, you'll probably see Singh's character kind of fully grasp where he is at this point. Actually, what he needs to do, and the actual kind of the troubles that come with it. But at the same time, at this point in the narrative, it's actually very interesting to see that he's living in the shadow and actually having to face the fact that Ash kind of took down his own friend. And it's actually kind of true that even though we understand and AJ understands, everyone else understands that he didn't do it on purpose, it's actually from the outside perspective, it wouldn't really seem as if he did kill him. So he's actually holding that grudge. It's actually a very true grudge to actually hold. And again, this is actually the start of seeing his character, but as time goes on, you'll probably see his character. You'll probably see his character actually change, actually become even more interesting, and probably even more fascinating to actually see where he is compared to where he was. Because in certain ways, he's always living in the shadow. He's always asking what would he do, not asking what he would do instead. So yeah, I mean, it's we're getting to the meat and potatoes of Banana Fish, I guess, at this point. This is actually kind of like the point. Oh, this is actually the point in the return. We've kind of got we're on the probably like the midway point of the whole entire core of season of part 2. So yeah, I mean, tomorrow we'll do volume 11 and Friday with volume 12, which probably hopes we get to 14 by Sunday, which then leaves 5 to go, I believe, at that point. Depending on what actually happens, maybe I might cover 2 on one day, who knows. So anyway, with all that said, I've indeed been the Dry. Actually, have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and it's a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub on YouTube, leave a like on YouTube, because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and it's a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub on YouTube, because indeed something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, you want to spend longer, then do indeed leave a follow on Twitter, or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams are live streams I do as well. But until next time, with some more Banana Fish. See you guys later. Bye for now.